Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you the best vanillas for fall. So these are absolutely gorgeous. They've got a little bit more something to them rather than just being vanilla, and they are all really delicious in their own right. So I can't wait to share them with you. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. And without further ado, let's get into this. The first one I want to talk about is ORCHIDEE Vanille by VANCLEEP and Arpels. To me, it's so bizarre because I had smelled this one before, but never even tried it on my skin and kind of wrote it off. Vanilla isn't always my favorite note, so I was like, well, this one is amazing. Like, seriously, I'm in love with this vanilla. It's just so gorgeous. So the notes are vanilla, dark chocolate, vanilla orchid, tonka bean, bitter almond, orange, violet, white musk, lychee, cedar, and Bulgarian rose. Those are the notes that are in this. This is an absolute delicious vanilla. So you're getting that vanilla, but then there's something in there that is just literally mouth-watering. So it's paired with that chocolate, it's paired with the almond and the woods, and it just smells absolutely spectacular. There's a little bit of a powderiness in it, but it smells like vanilla, and it smells like a vanilla plus. So you know how vanilla can get a little bit sweet? Even like Un Bois Vanille by Serge Lutens, beautiful vanilla, woody base, but it's still like so sweet to me. This one has just some depth in it and a little bit of tartness somehow. It's almost like there's a little bit of acid in there to just kind of balance it out, which I think comes from the orange, the lychee, maybe even the rose or the dark chocolate. Just paired with it just really tempers the sweetness of this vanilla. So like a lot of times I'll find vanillas get too cloying for me. This one doesn't. It just smells amazing. I do find that this is a little bit powdery, but absolutely beautiful. Like it's really sensual. It's, to me, almost like a mysterious vanilla. So I'm really in love with this. Like, I can't believe it, because I seriously, a couple of my friends had it, and I just kind of went, oh yeah. I think because I knew it was primarily vanilla and I kind of steer clear of the vanillas. Boy, was I wrong. If you've tried this, weigh in and tell people what you think. Actually, on all of these, if you've tried them, weigh in, tell people what you think, because it's always helpful when trying to decide what kind of vanilla to get. But this one is just amazing for fall. I think with that chocolate in there and a little bit of that orange. The orange doesn't come out as in I smell orange, but more it just adds that bit of acid. Super impressed with this one. Now the next vanilla that I want to talk about is Ellis Brooklyn's Bee. First of all, I love this bottle. Like, the color of that bottle is amazing. As soon as I'm done with this this 10 ml, I'm definitely getting a full bottle because I'm so impressed. And honestly, I find that the Ellis Brooklyn fragrances are rather affordable. Like, they're not crazy expensive. This is quite delicious. Although I consider it in that vanilla category, it's got so much more to it. It's got a booziness, there's a rum feel, and then of course honey is in this one. So it's gorgeous. It's similar to Honey Oud by Montal. So if you've smelled that one, this one, I'm not saying they're dupe, but this one kind of falls into that same category. Love Honey Oud. This one has rum and Davana in the opening. The middle notes are honey brown and cinnamon, and then the base is vanilla, sandalwood, and cacao. So definitely get that hint of spice with the cinnamon. Definitely get the rum, like that boozy quality. I love the cinnamon in it. I love the honey, but then it dries down to kind of a warm, boozy vanilla. I'm in love with this one. The performance on this is pretty decent as well. This is also a clean fragrance. I just think that this is amazing. This one's definitely full bottle worthy for me. And I will definitely be purchasing it as soon as I'm out of this one. Now the next cozy, delicious vanilla for fall is Skylar's Vanilla Sky. Now this one is slightly different than the other two. The other two have a lot more depth, you know, either booziness or like the chocolatey aspect, but they're a little bit deeper. This one is a lot more light and bright, and it smells just slightly like, this one smells a little bit more like baking, but like a sweet delicious candy treat that's vanilla somehow. This one in the top has cappuccino, sweet orange, and bergamot. Definitely am noticing that citrus opening, which really keeps this light and bright. And yeah, to me it smells like some sort of like kind of sweet slash tart vanilla candy somehow. And then it has vanilla, cinnamon, and Spanish jasmine in the mid. And the base is caramel, sandalwood, cedar, and amber. So this one, it's a lot lighter, it's a lot thinner feel. So the other two, they feel a little bit thick, a little bit syrupy, deep, dark, mysterious. This one is definitely more of a daytime vanilla. Honestly, to me, you could even wear this one in the summertime, but it's just a really happy vanilla. Definitely those citruses in the opening come through, making this like a great one for like a crisp, bright fall day. This would be amazing. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. So the only thing I don't like about the Skylar 10 mils is the fact that it's a rollerball. Skylar is also a clean brand as well. So Ellis Brooklyn and Skylar are both clean. Yeah, the Skylar brand is actually not too bad. Now, the only thing I find about these, this one projected probably better than all the other vanillas for the first like half an hour, and then it goes more into a skin scent. So that's the only problem with this one, is the longevity isn't as good in my opinion. But definitely worth sniffing. Now, I wouldn't be Maria if I didn't mention my absolute favorite vanilla, which is Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. I will never get tired of this. It's stunning to me. This one has tobacco leaf and spices in the opening. I just love the tobacco in this. So whereas Orchidee Vanille has some chocolate and some orange and a few other things like that that kind of deepen it, B has the honey and the honey sort of feel to it. This one, the tobacco comes through big time. This one also feels really boozy to me. It also has spicy notes in the top. And then in the middle, you have vanilla, cacao, tonka bean, and tobacco blossom. Definitely am getting that vanilla, like obviously. And then the base is dried fruits and woody notes. And I definitely get the dried fruits as well. So this one is just, to me, such an intoxicating vanilla. And this one, I always have said, it reminds me of if I were like walking the hills of Ireland on a cold, blustery day, and I have a cape on and a wooden walking stick and boots, and then I all of a sudden open up the door to this little pub in some tiny little town, and there's music going and laughter, and I walk in and everything goes quiet because I'm a stranger, but the smell in there, you're smelling the booze, you're smelling the wood, you're smelling the tobacco, like pipe tobacco that's been, you know, kind of seeping into the wood of the establishment for hundreds of years potentially. You know, that along with just the vibe of merriment and camaraderie and music and old world, that's what I get from this one. This is so expensive smelling and delicious. I absolutely love Tobacco Vanille. The last one I have is Sultan Noir by Pascal Morabito. Now this again is a beautiful for fall. It's maybe more for winter, but like just those cozy, cold evenings, to me, Sultan Noir would be perfect for it. This one has a leathery note, and this one would be what I would consider the most masculine. So I consider this unisex, but it's definitely leans a little bit masculine. I just think it's so sexy. This one has incense and apple in the opening. The middle notes are agarwood or oud, iris, and cinnamon. And then the base is leather, amberwood, and vanilla. So this one, I'm noticing the cinnamon, I'm noticing the apple, I'm noticing the incense as well. So Ragba, lots of people really like the Ragba fragrance by, I think it is Lattafa. I prefer this one because I find the incense in Ragba to be too cold feeling. This one, you're getting that little bit of incense, but it's not as prominent. This one has the leather and the oud in it as well. So I just think that this one is gorgeous. This one's really long lasting. You're getting that little hit of apple, and to me this one smells like you've aged some sort of booze in an applewood barrel. Yeah, and then somehow wrapped it in leather. Like, I don't know, it's really good. Like, I really enjoy this one. And this one is also really affordable as well. So these are all amazing, cozy, delicious vanillas for fall. If I had to rate them, in number 5 spot would be Skylar's Vanilla Sky. Beautiful fragrance, just didn't last as long and not as deep. So, but this one is really cheery. Like, so for vanillas, this is the cheeriest of all vanillas, absolutely. In number 4 spot would be Sultan Noir by Pascal Morabito. This is a gorgeous fragrance. It's a little more masculine, a little bit maybe more for winter or just those really cold evenings. That said, it's like as beautiful as it is. I just really love the other 3 more. So moving on. Now in 3rd spot, it's really tough, but I think I'm going to go with ORCHIDEE Vanille by VANCLEEP and Arpels. Have you guys ever seen VANCLEEP and Arpels jewelry? It's absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, this one, I think I would put it in 3rd spot, but as I spend time with this one, I can see it moving up into the 2nd spot. This one I'm putting it in number 3 because it's a little bit more powdery, and yeah, I think I like number 2 a little bit better, at least for now, and that would be Ellis Brooklyn's Bee. Beautiful honey boozy fragrance. I'm just absolutely in love with this. It's sweet, it's delicious, a little bit syrupy, it has a bit of depth as well. So I'm absolutely in love with this one. And of course, the ultimate number 1, Tobacco Vanille, forever and ever my love. Like, seriously, it's amazing. Like, I love tobacco. I love tobacco. I've thought about taking up smoking a pipe, or at least sniffing one, because I just love the smell of tobacco. And bizarrely, it reminds me of my mom, because my mom also loved the smell of tobacco, and she used to run this beauty supply wholesale shop, and she had this gorgeous pipe, which I just loved. She didn't smoke it. At least not that I know of, but she had this gorgeous pipe, and then she always had some tobacco in her desk, like a pipe tobacco, like a packet of pipe tobacco in her desk, and I loved sniffing it. So because of that, this scent kind of reminds me of that. It almost makes me teary. It's funny how certain fragrances just kind of get you. Tobacco Vanille is one of them. It will always be my number 1 vanilla. And that is it. What is your favorite vanilla for fall? Nice, cozy, delicious vanilla for fall. Let me know what it is. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you soon.